Hello everyone, welcome to Yashasvi Tech Hub. So we are going to start with a new topic called as Kerberos. So let's begin with the introduction. So guys, it's story time. So we have a big playground over here and we have different tents. We all have put different tents in this playground. So this is you over here. Okay, so this is you. So basically the task is nothing but, so there are so many toy centers over here. There are many toy centers. So what you are going to do is, you're going to ask the toy center or you're going to order the toy center to send you few toys. You want few toys and you'll ask the toy centers to send you few toys. So what the toy center does is, okay, you have ordered it, so I'm going to send it to you. But there is a problem here. There is a person here who's called as Dusk. Okay, he's the villain in our story. So what this Dusk does is, so whenever the toy center sends the toy, he will go and receive. He tells that I'm this person, so please give the toy to me. So this will not get to know. So he is impersonating this person and he is going to tell that I am this person, please give the toy to me, and he is going to receive the toy. So the toy is not received to the proper person. He is an intruder over here. So the second method, what he follows is, sometimes you order, okay. So you order the toy at your address. Okay, this is my tent. So what this Dusk does is, he also has a tent here. He is going to tell my tent, he is going to name the same name as my tent. So these people get confused and they are going to send the toy to his house. So you're not getting what you decide. So the third thing what he does is, sometimes when you're telling them some password, or when you're telling some other friend or someone that you're going to order for some toy from any of these factories or the centers, he'll listen to it. He has big ears and he'll listen to it. What he does is, he asks the same request for the same kind of toy. Or sometimes you would have given some secret password, he listens to it and is going to ask the same toy for the request. Again, what you decide, the toy doesn't come to you. So we know that the three methods what he is using is, first one is impersonation. So impersonation, or you call it impersonification. And the second method what he follows is address spoofing. Address spoofing. And the third method what he follows is eavesdropping, and replay. Okay, so these are the three different things what he does. So now they have all understood that there's some problem. This is a big playground. There are so many people residing here with their tents. So there will be so many intruders here. So they needed a secure kind of communication to be established and secure request to be satisfied. So here comes our special agent. Our special agent name, or the robo, is called as the Kerberos. So what this Kerberos does is, whenever you want some request, you go to Kerberos. You ask the Kerberos that, see Kerberos, I want this toy from some of this factory, so get me that. So what this Kerberos does is, he is going to issue you a golden ticket. So by using this golden ticket, you can go to the factory or you can order the factory with the name of this golden ticket and get the toys at your place. Or whenever they get the things, so you can show your golden ticket, get yourself verified, and even they also get some tickets. So you're going to mutually exchange the tickets and you're going to get whatever service you decide. So this is what happens in the real time. This playground is nothing but the network, the wide network. Okay, and this is the TC1, the toy center ones are nothing but the servers. These are the servers. And this is Robo, our special agent, is Kerberos. So this is how the things work with the help of Kerberos. So he is an intermediate centralized robot who is going to help us in secure communication between us and our servers. So this is the real need of Kerberos. Let us continue with the theoretical approach in understanding what is Kerberos. So this Kerberos is basically comes in two versions. So one is version 4 and one is version 5. So the version 4, as the name suggests, it is a little bit older version or the initial version, and it has some security threats or flaws. So they have come up with a strong version which is version 5. So this is Kerberos is the authentication service developed as a part of Athena at MIT. So it is a centralized authentication for users and servers. So let us understand few key details about Kerberos. So we have understood that it is going to help us reduce the risk of unauthorized access, and this is going to use the encryption method, the symmetric encryption. So we know what is symmetric encryption. We are going to use the same key for encryption and decryption. And we have understood there are two versions, which is Kerberos 4 and Kerberos version 5. So these are nothing but these are the scholarly documents or references. So you can just check out if you want to know more about Kerberos. You can put up this and you can go to these references and you can check it out. So we are going to understand what was the motivation for building this Kerberos. So however the traditional or before approach was with no network, the things were put up on the personal computers and everything was okay, that we were not sharing in the sense physically share it or transfer it. But when it comes to the network, there comes the problem. So we started using the modern distributed architecture. We know what is distributed architecture in the sense there are different number of computers. Multiple number of computers will act as a single unit. They may be physically in different locations. Okay, so when we are following this distributed architecture, so they will be physically located in different locations and you are going to communicate with them. In this case, we have three types of security approaches. The first is client-based security approach, client authentication only, and mutual authentication. So these are the 3 points you need to remember. The first one is client-based security, second one is client authentication only, and the third one is the mutual authentication. Okay, so here there are 3 people who are going to act. One is you or the user. Okay, and the other is your computer. So it is usually referred to as client workstations, client workstation, and third one is nothing but the server. Okay. Now guys, let us begin with the client-based security. So this is the first approach in which the user, that is I, and my computer are going to interact. I'm going to verify my identity to my client workstation. So see, in a company, you're going to log into your laptop by putting your identity there. So it works there. So this is nothing but client-based security. And the second approach is client authentication only. So this is in which your computer or the workstation is going to prove its legitimacy to the server. So that is client authentication only. So the server does not verify it separately, but the client workstation is going to authenticate itself to the server. And the third one is the mutual authentication. Mutual authentication is in which the user or the client is going to its authenticity to the server, and server is going to tell its authenticity to the user. For example, I being the bank user, I need to get to know whether I'm logging into the proper bank's application or not. So they need to have some kind of certificate in the form of HTTP secure or something certificate, so that I can get to know that they are valid one. Similarly, they also need to get to know that we are the valid users, we are the actual person who are going to who have logged in, and we are going to use their application. That is mutual authentication. So we have understood three types. First one, the user is going to prove himself to the computer or the client workstation, which is called as client based security. And the second type is the computer is going to or the client workstation is going to prove its authenticity or legitimacy to the server. And the third one is the user and the server is going to mutually authenticate each other. Which is the best approach? The best approach is the mutual authentication. So the Kerberos is going to use the same method. So what this Kerberos do is, it follows the mutual authentication system. So while developing this Kerberos in MIT, they had an idea of ideal Kerberos. So how it goes is, the secure, it must be reliable, it must be transparent and scalable. So I have referred the book William Stallings, Cryptography and Network Security 6th edition. So follow the page number 481 till 459 to know more about Kerberos. And I'll be uploading more on version 5 and version 4, the workings of it, and the different subsequent topics of the same. So please stay tuned. Thank you.